Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I am Nathan Lau, coming to you from my living room floor at 1:30 on a Saturday morning. Dear God, I hate my job. But anyways, I knew exactly what I was going to say. I turned on the camera, I forgot everything. So I think the two main things I want to talk about, first of all, an announcement. I will be doing at least one edited episode of WNBA Weekly. It will be on Monday, the May 20th. It's going to be the power rankings. But I'm also going to kind of divide them. I'd like to go in depth and do like a 20-minute video on every single team. But no, this is probably going to be a 10-minute video, and I'm just going to divide teams into three categories, which is basically expect them to do good, expect them to do bad, and then who the hell knows what's going on here. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. We'll try to keep the video under 10 minutes just because, But, that's the main thing I'm going to do there. I'm going to talk. You might not see another video on this channel until then. That I can't guarantee there will be. I can't guarantee there won't be. We'll see what happens. If anything ever happens with Liz Cambage, guarantee I'll make a video talking about that. But otherwise, anything that happens leading up to the season will probably be thrown into that first episode of WNBA Weekly. And after that, we'll see. I can't guarantee I'll make the Monday videos every single time. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. More often than not, it won't be edited, but every now and then it might be. Just depending on how much there is I want to talk about. But I like the idea of just continuing to do it vlog style this year just because, hey, every now and then I'll watch a game on Thursday and be like, ooh, let's talk about this stuff. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Also, Skylar Diggins, good news. She had the baby and she's back. Like, she's back on the court. She's walking out and stuff. But we don't know still don't know for sure that she'll actually play a single game this year. Who knows? She says she doesn't want to set a timetable because then if she doesn't meet it, she'll disappoint herself. She doesn't want to push too hard. She's trying to walk herself back into this, and she doesn't want to get back on the court till she's 100%. So who knows? I haven't seen this situation before. Usually, because normally in the league, from what I've seen when I watch, it's just they have a baby, they take that season off, come back the next calendar year. So I don't know if I can expect anything different from Skylar, but we'll see. She's a competitor. So we'll just see how it all shapes out. And with Liz Cambage, well, first of all, there are a lot of people saying Azurá Stevens is poised to have a breakout year, which, no offense to Azurá, but I understand. No Diggins, no Cambage. There's a good chance that Azurá is going to get a lot more minutes. There's going to be a lot more a much bigger workload for her, but I don't think you can thrust those kind of expectations onto her. I mean, for one thing, a player who, as a rookie, averaged 8 or 9 points a game, she's not going to step up and suddenly be Liz Cambage in her second year. Do I expect her to be? Well, yes. Will she suddenly take over as the face of this franchise? No. I don't think she's going to make the All-Star game. I do think there is a strong possibility she'll be an every game starter. Because right now, Dallas is missing 3 of their starters from last year. Christmas Kelly went to Minnesota. Skylar and Liz, they aren't there. So, yeah, there's a good chance Azurá could be thrown into the starting lineup, get a bigger workload, and she'll probably average more than 10 points a game this year for sure. Will she average 20? I find myself doubting that. Plus, is the defense going to be there? Who knows? But, yeah, I see her having a much better season than last year, much better numbers. I don't know if I can see her having that big of a year, though. I think Dallas is just in for some struggles this season. And speaking of Cambage, I still haven't got to that yet. I was torn because I wanted to do it first, but I also wanted to do it last. I've ended up going last, so here it goes. My opinions on the Cambage drama. Apparently, it's. I'm hearing people say that she's made it clear she won't play for anyone but LA, but that feels almost impossible. Cause Chiney's there now, so if Liz did go, who's out now? Cause you've already got. Because Jantel Lavender was an every game starter. She got pushed to the bench already. You've got Alana Beard makes the most sense because she's, I think, 37, 38 now? But she is still a defensive player of the year as far as I know. As far as I know, she's still talented. And already with Shanae coming in, is she going to be pushed to the 2? I mean, are you really going to pull her out of the starting lineup completely? Plus, do they even have the money to afford Cambage? And would you be willing to put either Chiney or Neka in the backups? I mean, you've got 3 first overall. The Spark starting lineup right now: 3 first overall draft picks, 2 MVPs, 4 All Stars. Oh, and the Defensive Player of the Year. But even if she ended up on that's if she ends up on the team. There are so many issues before even getting her to the team, because Liz Cambage, she set a league record for points in a single game last year. She's been in the league for 2 years. She's played 2 full seasons, and she's already one of the most dominant players in the game. If I am a GM and I have a player like that, the only way I would ever send her to LA is if I got Candace Parker back. Either that or give me every single draft pick you have for the next 3 seasons. I mean, I might be wrong, but my gut is telling me that there's just no way to make Liz to LA happen unless there's gonna be some sort of 3 or 4 team trade that happens. So like they get some draft picks and some current, maybe not stars, but maybe budding stars, some young playmakers to build around. But at the moment, from my perspective, it looks like Liz is probably just gonna sit out this season. And we'll see how it all turns out, because I feel like worst case scenario, she never comes back, but I think she wants to be here. And I don't know what her contract is like, but would she be able to just sit out 3 or 4 seasons and then come back as a free agent? Even if she did, does she really want to waste her prime? Because she's 26, 27 right now, if I'm remembering correctly? Yeah, that's... This whole thing is just so... But it's whatever, But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to weigh in on the Cambage situation. I feel bad for Dallas. I feel it's gonna be a year of struggles, but good news, you're probably gonna get a lottery pick next year. I mean, they might not. Skylar could miraculously be out there opening day, and they could be in the fight for a playoff spot, but the way they look right now, I feel like Dallas is probably going to be a lottery pick. So, yeah, that's it. But I also, for those watching the NBA, I also want to weigh in on that a little bit. 2 Game 7s tomorrow, and I will check those out. I expect the Raptors to win just because they've got more experience. Not to mention, Philly, as talented as they are, they've been so inconsistent all year. They've got an inconsistent superstar that you never know if he's going to be healthy enough to play, and even when he's healthy, we'll still have some bad games here and there compared to a guy who's been Finals MVP. That being said, I'm going to root for Philly every second of that game. And a lot of people, I don't know if I've talked about the Kawhi Leonard situation, but living here in San Antonio, being born and raised in this city, Spurs fan since before Duncan got drafted. And I'm not gonna say I was born a Spurs fan, but more than 20 years of my life, I rooted for this team. So the whole Kawhi situation just, I was defending him the whole time, hoping that he would just sign that extension and prove everyone wrong. But there's just so many, everyone's talking about they shouldn't be booing him. He doesn't deserve that. Yes, he does. He deserved to be booed. Because if he had just straight up just said, I don't feel like playing here, I'm sitting out the season, I would have respected that. But it's the whole drama of, is he injured or is he not? Our doctors cleared him, but now his doctors are saying that he's not. And then he won't even come to the team. He's going to go hide in New York for the rest of the season. We don't know what's going on. Like, we literally we don't have any answers. I'm not okay with how it went down. I'm not mad at him for leaving. I'm just not okay with how it went down. And I'm going to say the same thing about Kawhi that I said when the San Antonio Stars became the Las Vegas Aces. Like, it's hard enough when your girlfriend breaks up with you. You don't want her to send you an invitation to her wedding a week after she dumped you. So, yeah, I definitely want to see Kawhi fail right now. So, I expect the Raptors to win, but I'm going to be rooting for the Sixers for every single second of that game. And then when the Raptors do win, I'm going to be rooting for the Bucks every single game in the conference finals. And honestly, I think the only... I don't even know what I'm gonna... you know what? It's closing in on 2 a.m. I'm not in a good place. I might re-record this tomorrow. So have a good night. I'll see you May 20th for WNBA Weekly, and until then, my name is Nathan Lyle. This has been the Fan Perspective. Hope you have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.